Good day, English winners. It's time for a new set of idioms for the English-speaking world of business. This time, they're all about wind. So wind and air-based idioms have a lot of meanings. Wind and air can often be a symbol for things like trends, conflict, purifying, refreshing, healing, and momentum, being able to build up speed and travel quickly. And all these will be discussed in this series on wind-based idioms. If you missed my water-based idiom video series, I invite you to check out the first one right up here. And until then, let's go into wind. Clear the air. I need to clear the air first. When we discuss things with people, arguments sometimes happen, which lead to bad feelings. Sometimes people also don't understand each other. A conversation that clears the air will make those bad feelings disappear and cause each person in the discussion to understand each other. A breath of fresh air. Meeting your friends was a breath of fresh air. The literal meaning of breath of fresh air comes from when a room's doors and windows are closed, making the air difficult to breathe or unhealthy. Then a window is opened and the new air goes through the room, making it cleaner. Figuratively, a breath of fresh air can mean a new solution to a problem, a new person in your life, or a change in your environment. Sometimes a new job can be a breath of fresh air. All these things, solutions, people, jobs, any new thing that gives relief and makes you feel better is a breath of fresh air. Winds of change. The future's in the air, I can feel it everywhere, blowing with the wind of change. Winds of change, from the song made famous by 80s rock band The Scorpions, can be a symbol for a trend. When we see an idea or product start to grow in popularity, then there may be a new trend behind it. The evidence of this, the idea or product that is becoming popular, are the winds of change that signal new opportunities. If you ignore trends for too long, you get in trouble. For example, the automobile became popular about 100 years ago, and so back then, someone wanting to start gas stations to give gasoline for the cars was following the trend. But somebody putting all their money into horses and wagons to be pulled by the horses were going against the trend and probably ended up losing money in the long run. So follow the winds of change. Let's go to the next one. Scattered to the four winds. The artwork of Korea was scattered to the four winds after World War II. People usually learn the idea of the four winds for the first time from places like the Bible, which mentions the four winds. The four winds can mean north, south, east, west, the main directions, or in every direction. So if something is scattered to the four winds, it was broken up and sent in every direction away from where they were before. Get my second wind. I was tired, but got my second wind, and now I feel great. This comes from long-distance running. Running makes it harder to breathe, but after running a long time, many people see that breathing becomes easier. They get their energy back, even though they have not stopped to rest. You can get your second wind during any stressful activity, including work. Run like the wind. This car can run like the wind. If something can run like the wind, that means it can go a long time, very quickly. without slowing down or stopping. This can be used to describe the performance of a machine, a vehicle, or a person in a competition. See which way the wind blows. I don't want to be wrong. Let's see which way the wind blows first. This one is also related to trends. Big companies don't want to be too early to guess a trend. If they are early or guess wrong, they waste and lose a lot of money. Instead, they wait until a trend gets stronger. Sometimes they'll even wait for someone else to succeed with that trend first, then take advantage of their large budget and manpower to become the best. Seeing which way the wind blows means to take your time, wait, to see how the trends develop, and then take action when you have greater confidence. Hey, winds of change, seeing which way the wind blows. I see a little trend developing there with our wind-based idioms. What do you think? Let's go to the next one. Throw caution to the wind. Jim decided to throw caution to the wind and test the new airplane. Throwing caution to the wind means to take a risk. In business, this is the opposite of waiting to see which way the wind blows, because in this situation, you are not waiting, you are taking action now. This may end up with you being wrong, but if you are right, you get to be the first person in, and that is a big advantage, a very good thing. Investors in the tech industry make many small investments, each one throwing a little caution to the wind, trying to build new trends or take advantage of new trends that already exist, because these investors know that just one win will get them all their money back and more. I have to warn you, only take risks that you can afford to take. Twist in the wind. I didn't mean to leave you twisting in the wind. This used to mean death, by hanging on a rope by the neck until dead. Today, it often means suffering because a person is waiting for your decision or answer to them and you have not given them one. Salespeople often complain about twisting in the wind. It can also mean existing without support or help, which in many industries can mean death. You do not want to leave people twisting in the wind, for one day you may find yourself twisting. Take the wind out of someone's sails. I was going to start my own film company when suddenly a studio bought my script. That took the wind out of my sails. This exists somewhere between water and air, because this comes from boats and sailing ships. A ship uses sails and wind power to move. When there is no wind, the movement stops. In business, a person can do something that surprises you or stops your momentum, causing you to feel less motivated or less confident in doing something. In my example, a writer, tired of rejection, decided to start his own film company. But when a studio bought his script, it gave the writer the acceptance he wanted. Since rejection was the wind that drove him to start a company, being accepted surprised him, taking the wind out of his sails. Those are our idioms for this part in our series. We will have future films on the wind-based idioms, at least 2 more I have planned in the future. Until then, what takes the wind out of your sails? Further, what puts more wind into your sails? What gives you the motivation to push and learn more and work harder when it is difficult to work hard? Like with learning English, I want to know what drives you. Please let me know in the comments so I can put as much wind into your sails as possible. Until then, what would put wind into my sails is if you like this video, please subscribe down below so I can send you more videos like this. And please like the video, and if you think that your English learning friends, co-workers, or colleagues can benefit from this video, please share it with them. social media, Facebook, whatever you want. So that way they can win at English too.